What's up, y'all? Breaking news from Atlanta. So I want to tell y'all this. I just got off work. I want to tell y'all this before I lose the heat of the conversation. Because you know when it's fresh, devil ain't gonna get me. He's trying to be all loud. Noises always want to. The environment always want to get loud when you're about to talk about God. So when information is fresh, because the human vessel, the flesh is weak. Everything about the flesh is weak. It's like this machine was not meant to last forever. That's why it's not the strongest. Our memory is not the best. So whenever you get a story or something to talk about, write it down, tell it, do something, because you'll forget it. The details will become weaker. Anyways, I start my day off early. God woke me up early. Before work, I'm like, why? First of all, my body don't even want to go because I'm so comfortable in my zone right now. You feel me? So I get up. Whole time before I'm getting up to go to work, my body want to do art. So I'm doing a little art. Get my clothes on. Boom. Head to work. And this is why I know that God is saying you're not supposed to work here no more. You've already exceeded. You've thrived. Look, I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how. What is it called? How much of a sign bearer God is. Look at the sign. The truck said thrive. The truck said thrive. That's all I gotta say. The truck said thrive. So I'm walking to work. Boom. I get to work. Who I'm working with? My God. Let me not even speak it. I don't want to call him a nemesis because he don't get that much credit. I am working with the enemy. I'll use that word. So we get in there. The whole time, God said, you spoke, the boss spoke to you and asked you, do you want to work with him? You said, I don't fuck with him. So why you keep working with him? Because God said, he said, this job don't respect your title. When I want to put you in a position that makes you content and fully fulfilled, people will respect your title. They'll respect you. They'll want to be around you. So the whole time I look at the schedule, they say, first of all, let me backtrack. I get to the job, I'm focused on uploading, and I'm focused on my art and my mind. I'm literally having this phone in my hand to upload. You know what the dude say to my job? He a cool guy, but you know what he say to me? He said, Olu. I said, what's up? He said, you don't got the vibe today? Do you hear what I just said? I gotta stop for this. He said, Olu, you don't got the vibes today? So basically what he's saying is, if you don't got the vibes, we don't got the vibes. You not being you is fucking up our shit. So at that moment, mind you, he ain't the first one to solidify that I got the energy. But it's like, people say some things and they be so fucking wild, your brain don't process it. So when he said it, I'm like, I smiled. And I said, oh no, I'm just thinking. Because usually when I'm in thought, I quiet myself. So I look at the paperwork, my other coworkers say, oh, you working with them? Because it's like little shots fired. And I'm like, God's saying, because you're not supposed to be here. You done. He said everything from now on is your gift, your craft. So God, you know how God works. He wants to solidify. He wants to stamp the message. He wants you to know for sure that he know what he's talking about. And he's trying to tell you, I know what I'm talking about. Because he'll send you signs. He sent me the signs. So I get to work. It's a black guy from the South. Dark skin, darker than me. He like Florida dark skin. But he actually, I think he was from Florida. I think. I don't know. But he makes beats or whatever. His wife is from New Orleans. It was a dark skin and a like a mulatto. I think she was biracial. Anywho, God was making a point right there as well, saying that I will give you love that is love, regardless of what it looks like. Because God know I have slight issues with the Europeans and anything mixed with them. Not to say that I hate them. I just don't like. We too far in the game for people to be so detached, and white people still haven't admitted their sins. So I still have a little. I'm forgiven. My heart is pure. I've forgiven because he had to really work with me with that. I've forgiven the whites, but they still haven't. They still don't have the maturity in their own spirit and the emotional capacity to admit their sins. So I still feel a certain type of time with that. I still feel a certain type of way with that. And with that being said, I don't want to procreate. I don't want to add my genes to their genes and make a new baby. I don't want to look at my child and start resenting them. I want to look at my child and love them more than I can love myself. But anywho, there was cool people. He had slight doubts about his career because he got a 9 to 5 just like me. But his gift is he's a DJ. But so I told him, I said, put God first. This, mind you, every time I talk to people, it's like God is using me as a tool now. I said, like a preacher, like I'm like a walking preacher, like a deacon or something. So I say, his mother passed, and I said, condolences. I said, she's here, she's stronger in spirit. He looked at me, he said, I love your energy. Let me tell you how weird it gets. So the dude, every time I talk to the dude, other dude pull up and starts to add onto the conversation because he wants to be in the vibe. It's not, you're not included. Remember they used to say when you were children? They used to say when you were children, it's an A and B conversation, see your way out. He need to get the fuck on. But you know, actually that was kind of, children shouldn't talk like that. But you get what I'm saying. God say he peeped the vibe so much. Let me, it even get worse. So we in a car. I know I'm jumping around, but we're in a car. It's a truck with like a front seat and a back seat. So we in the front seat. It's a 3 in the front, and you can sit in a little back area. I like the back area because I can isolate my energy. He blocked the back area with his big ass book bag. I said, you ain't about to get me fucked up. So I moved the book bag. He get mad, and I sit in the back. And I sit on the other side. I sit on the other side because I know God done already told me, I'm for sure 1,000%, 1,000,000% that the war is real. He was doing the most. And the more that the opposition do the most, the more you can believe that God is telling the truth. So the dude, we doing the job, we doing good. And the client is somewhat discouraged because he is kind of a bit stressed in the moving and this, that, and the third. And I was like, yo, calm down your energy. We got it. We got you. It's going to be more simpler than you think. And it's going to turn out better than you think. But you got to stay positive. You got to stay positive. So we're working. I complimented his mother's picture because it was a art piece. And I called it art. It was just a little like memorabilia or like it was a memento to his mother. And I called it art. He said, thank you for calling my mother's picture art. I said, because it is. But it made him smile. His eyes glued because his mother passed away. And I gave her reverence by just calling it art. And that's how God told me at that moment, your art is going to be bigger than ever because you understand the heartfelt definition behind it. It ain't just art. It was just a picture of his mother. You know how they do when your people's pass and you go to the funeral and they got that little picture? It was one of them. And he just kind of like made it fancy. And I was like, that's art. And he looked at me because he don't know I'm a real. I ain't telling no one I was a painter. And I keep that shit on the hush too. I tell some people, but I just say like I do art. I don't really get into the nitty gritty because I know that there's monitoring spirits and all type of weird shit going on. So after that happened, we get to the lunch, right? I'm working with the Hispanic dude and him. Every time we go to lunch, he go to Chick-fil-A. It's a natural thing. Today, he don't want to go to Chick-fil-A. He said, we're going to Quick Trips. I said, fuck it. So God say, anytime the devil want to fuck with you, see it as a benefit. See the benefit in it. So I go to get some lighters because I like collecting lighters. I get a Leo lighter because I'm a Leo. I get a Pisces lighter because I got a Pisces moon. And I get a Aquarius lighter because I'm Aquarius rising. And I get a Gemini lighter because that's kind of like the signs of the twins. Like kind of like when you bind the spirits together, like matrimony. So I believe in symbolism. So I got all the lighters, and I didn't really want to get the Leo lighter because God said you are the Leo. You don't need your own lighter, and you had one before, and someone swiped it. You don't need another one, but God said you can get it if you want to. You already won. So I get it because the Leo lighter said regal. I think it said regal, optimism, and something. I forgot. I'm gonna read it to you. It said royal or confident and something else. Kindness, I think. Kindness, confidence, and royalty. I think that's what it said. But anyways, so I'm like, all right, bet. We get to the quick trips. My coworker say, so we not going to Chick-fil-A? Dude say, oh, Chick-fil-A not in the area. We get from the quick trips. Guess what? Lo and behold, guess what we see? 2 minutes up the block. The devil always trying to fuck with you. Do not let him, because it's all about energy swiping, energy harvesting. If I can get you mad, I've harvested your energy. If I can get you sad, I've harvested. If I can get you in any emotion that is other than your own, I've harvested your energy. Nigga, you not about to get me, motherfucker. So, anywho, and I apologize for the tone, but it's like, this is how I feel sometimes, because it's like, you really think I'm stupid. I done been in this spiritual game for years. What the fuck is all this? Like, we doing the most. What the fuck is all this shit? Always trying to... It's doing the fucking most. That's how I know my energy is about to rise. Because people are doing all this extra shit. Get to the house, see all this weird. Oh no, they had the first dude to put the juju on my shit. People be doing too much. That's because I'm trying to live my life in. I'm just trying to live my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to live my life, give grace to God, and all I get is all this weird stuff going on. Like, this is way too much, man. I get my key. Hold on. And I'm throwing all this shit. People be doing the most. It ain't even that serious. God's people coming back. But you don't gotta be hating like that. I don't ever cause no devilish people no problems because I know God is bigger and better. Anywho, so we don't get to go to the Chick-fil-A whole time. I wanted some, you know what I'm saying, some waffle fries. But like I said, the devil, he knows, he can influence you. He knows your desires. So in my head, in my mind, I was thinking waffle fries. He purposely do the opposite, and then guess how petty the devil is. When he say the word, when we saw the Chick-fil-A, guess what he had to do? Just like Corona, the darkness has to admit what it's doing. Mind you, my homeboy was on the phone. My coworker was on the phone listening to Hispanic music, right? Listening to Mexican music. He stopped the car at the stoplight and say, "Oh, my bad. I just seen the Chick-fil-A." We all ignored him. Why would you have to say that if we went to Quick Trips? Why would you need to point that out? Because you knew. So you're saying in 2026, with all this technology, right? Your phone didn't detect the Chick-fil-A up the fucking block? Nigga, you lying. But anyways, God said you already won. So that's why I kept it cool, right? God said you won. That's why he's doing the most. You won and you're not reacting. When I tell you this man interrupted every conversation that the client and I had in the job, and then it get worse. The dude tipped us $80 once again. Who tipped 80 when 20 is right? When 20 plus 80 is 100? He's still stealing money. He just like what did Cat Williams say? Do not go to the party. If Diddy say come to the party, say no. Listen, Satan is a thief. If he try to manipulate you But with doing evil, just say no to him. Just deny him. Deny him. Because Satan's little breadcrumbs that he give you is not worth it. Deny him. Anyways, I done got so riled up. I'm about to go smoke real quick. Not to say, mind you, I ain't even need to smoke like that. God said you're evolving because you don't even need that. I used to use the drugs to cope. Like, man, I'm stressed. Let me smoke. I'm just about to roll this up because I got a little bit of weed left, and this is my little ritual. Once I get home from work, I try to, you know what I'm saying, detach. You know what I'm saying? I try to detach and give myself some. Oh, this is looking beautiful. This is looking real nice. This is looking real. Mother. This is looking real nice. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you feel me? Do you feel me? Do you feel me? Let me talk to y'all soon. I didn't forgot y'all was on the I just started doing some artwork. Let me show y'all what this is looking like real quick. I'm gonna let y'all see it when it's fully done, but this is what I got for y'all so far. It's a dedication to the, you know what I'm saying, to the king, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, talk to y'all soon.